Alright, so I'm going to be showing how to open up and disassemble this Dell Inspiron 16 Plus 7630. So let's go ahead and open it up to get a thumbnail. You can see it's badly damaged. The customer actually just wants me to pull the data out and transfer it to their new computer. So we're going to open this up, get the drive out, and then we'll see. Yeah, this one isn't going to be repaired. We're going to be using a PH1 or PH0 or JS0 screwdriver to open up and remove the screws from the bottom. All right, let's go ahead and do that. You want to keep the screws in order because they can be different size, shape, and lengths, although it looks like these screws might stay attached to the cover. If this video helps you out, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. And if it helps you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. Right? If you can't help out that way, it would help a lot if you could watch a few of my other videos and then like and comment on those as well, because that's what the algorithm likes to see. I also have another channel called It's Been Reviewed and More, same profile picture, but zoomed in because it's a close look at things. Currently those videos, review videos, are also on this channel, but I'm hoping to eventually have them all on a separate channel. Anyways, you want to keep the screws in order because they can be different size, shape, and lengths. The way I do that is I put them flat side down like that on my desk in the pattern I remove them. So the two back here where the hinges are, they stay attached to the bottom cover, but all the rest seem to come out. Alright, again, I am using a PH0 or JS0 screwdriver. If for some reason your screwdriver doesn't work, you might have to use a 00, but that might just mean you have not a good screwdriver set and you might want to get a better one before proceeding. Okay, anyways, it's missing one screw here, but now that we got that, you can see this one, the screws on the corners, they kind of pop the bottom cover up, and that makes it so it's easier for you to pop this open. So I guess someone tried to open this and damaged it, but anyways, while you're pulling this, I can use like my fingernails to help pull the clips away. So basically just go in the gap between the back cover and there. And then we'll kind of lift this, and usually we can kind of wiggle it, but I don't know, sometimes you have to like open the laptop, and then what I do is I get my fingernails at the gap, and then while they're there I push with my thumb on the palm rest, and usually that will undo the clips. But this design, you can see it doesn't seem like it's popping out, so I think we're going to have to just lift it up from the hinge side here. Okay, so we'll lift this back up. Oops, I think I popped the clip back in place. There we go. Alright, so you just lift it up like that, and there you go. There's the bottom cover. Okay, we'll set that aside for now. Again, we only need to get the SSD out of here. I'll go over what I see inside, but other than that, that will be pretty much all there is for this model that I'm going to be working on. Okay. So let's go ahead and undo the screws from the inside. We're going to need the PH1 or JS1 screwdriver. We're going to just remove the SSD here. Okay, so we used a larger screwdriver here. Then it comes up slightly. You can wiggle and pull this out. Alright, you can use a full-size SSD here, but then you would throw this piece away because this will actually stab into the SSD. So keep that in mind. I don't know if you can separate the copper portion off of it. If you can, oh yeah, I think you can. Alright, let's go ahead and get this screw out as well from the SSD itself. Again, there's a, if I didn't mention, an M.2 PCIe NVMe SSD. Right, once you undo the screw, we should be able to separate this. It's held in with a thermal pad, so you want to kind of pull very slowly. You don't want to accidentally tear the thermal pad. Okay, I mean not the thermal pad, damage the SSD. Okay, yeah, so this metal plate can be tossed, and you can actually use this piece for a full-sized SSD. So keep this one here because you will need it eventually. All right. Does it have a hook on it? No, it just pushes down on top. Okay, so this just uses friction. There's two metal things that kind of grab on, and you just push it down and it will stay in there. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put this here. I'm assuming the customer is going to want me to keep the SSD out because they're probably going to end up tossing this thing, the laptop or something, or e-wasting it or recycling it. It's in pretty bad condition, so I doubt anything's going to be useful in here. Alright, anyways, we're going to go ahead and take a closer look at the insides. So some models have a dedicated GPU here, but as you can see, there's nothing on this one. Battery model number is right here. 69KF2. Okay, so if you need to replace the battery, that's what it is. There's a few screws holding it down, 3 up here. I guess there should be 4, but there's nothing, nothing there. And then there's another 2 screws here. It shows that there's sometimes screws here, but there's nowhere for screws to go, so I don't think there's supposed to be a screw there. Yeah, actually, there's no screw supposed to be here. So 3 on top and 3 on the bottom. Okay, speakers are connected with a wire from both, and it's plugged in here. If you want to remove that, you go from the tail, from the wings of the connector, wiggle it, and it'll pull out. Battery connectors right there. If you're gonna mess with the inside and you're kind of worried about it, you do want to disconnect this battery connector. Right, these kinds tend to be a little tricky to remove, but there's a adhesive here. And then usually what I end up doing, because it's really hard to pull this, I use like a small flathead screwdriver in this little rectangle piece and help pull it out that way. Okay, if you're gonna mess with these cables, this cable especially, the LCD LVDS connector, make sure you disconnect the battery, open the laptop, and press and hold the power button for at least 15 seconds, all right, before messing with this. Otherwise, you can fry the backlight circuit, you can fry the connector on the board, on the screen, and you can also damage the screen itself. So make sure if you're going to mess with that to do the power drain there. All right, keyboard connectors here. There's a flip latch here. Keyboard backlight, flip latches on this side. Fan connector right there. All right. This one has a little metal latch that you would flip over before you can pull that cable out. You do have to peel up the adhesive. And then there's a metal, that latch with that brownish colored tape around it. All right, you got the DC jack charge port connector here. Same thing, peel the adhesive, then you can grab here, wiggle, and pull it out. It is held in place with the screws holding the hinge down. So if you need to change the charge port, usually the way I would lift the hinge up is open the laptop just slightly, undo the screws completely, let the laptop close back down, and then the hinge will be slightly up, and then you can get underneath and lift the hinge. But be careful because you don't want to lift it too far that it will damage the part back here. Okay, you got another speaker over here, or 2 speakers here, connected right there. All right, there's a little connector here that says power 1. Nothing is connected to that. I think on some models they probably use that for a power button or maybe fingerprint reader or something. All right, you got a fan connector here. Wireless card is here. 1 screw, it'll get this metal plate off to remove the antennas. You go from the tail and then pop it straight up. All right, you got the touchpad, trackpad connector here, flip latch on that side. Again, if I didn't mention, the fan connector's here. You got this one cable connecting the daughter board here, or I/O board for the SD card slot, USB, and the headphone jack. So if any of those aren't working, you can replace that. All right. This connector here is actually for the power button and then the fingerprint reader. So flip latches are on the outside, on this side. Okay. And then this one flip latches on this side, and then this one flip latches on that side. Okay, I think that's about it to show in here. CPU is under here, soldered to the motherboard, so you can't upgrade or replace it. And that's all I'm going to show in here. Okay, not really much else. This was just a quick look, quick dive to show you what's inside. If you're wondering where the RAM is, it's not replaceable. It's underneath this. You see that black chip there? That is a memory module for the RAM. It's not upgradable. It's soldered to the motherboard. And there's no way that they're going to put RAM underneath because there's like barely any gap under the board. So I could be wrong, but I'm 99% sure that there's no RAM under there to replace. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and put this thing back together. And that's pretty much it. Okay. Actually, maybe I'll put this thing inside. If I can. Okay, so we'll slide that back out. And then, was it this way or this? No, it's that way. So this goes, wait, what? This was holding the SSD. Oh, okay, it goes this way. Okay, so this bracket, it goes like that. The screw lines up with this, and then basically the 1 screw holds the entire thing together. So again, we'll just push that back down, get that all lined up, get that screw back in. Okay, so if the customer decides to, for whatever reason, use that again, but I doubt it. All right, we're gonna get this back on. All right, we go at an angle, push these clips back in first. Okay, you have to hold the cover up slightly. And then work your way around the sides, work your way to the back, and then we just switch back to the PH0 JS0 screwdriver and get these screws back in. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. If it did, again, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade or repair their devices as well. Again, if it helped you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. Alright? Again, if you can't help out that way, it would help a lot if you could watch a few of my other videos and like and comment on those as well, because that's what the algorithm likes to see. Alright. Why isn't this screw going back in? Oh, a piece of plastic's like broken in there or something. Alright. Actually pop that out and fix that. Not that this computer is ever going to be used again because it's so badly damaged. But, yeah. Alright. Okay, come out, please. Pieces of the plastic are all breaking in here. There we go. Oh, it's the screw mount. The screw mount for that one's actually broken. Wow, so the screw was the only thing holding it in place. I guess that screw will go to the spot that was missing the screw earlier. Okay, and then again, I also have another channel called It's Been Reviewed and More. So if you really want to help me out, yeah, if you could subscribe to that channel and then watch some videos and like and comment on those as well. Alright, currently again, those videos are on this channel as well, but eventually I hope to just keep all the review videos on one channel. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll get the rest of these screws back in. You're welcome to stay. But other than that, that's all there is to it. Okay. Oh, is this one also weirdly messed up? Okay. Last few screws. Right. And again, that's pretty much it. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Alright. Alright, let's drop this spike.